Hello, everybody. It's April 14th, 2026. My name is Xander. I'm here to solve some puzzles. So let's check connections. Here we go. Okay. Bookmark, cookie, cache, history, browser, concepts, basically. Let's see. A way and a style. Maybe not. Let's see. Round, gloves, ring, and bell are boxing concepts. Maybe. Let's see. Lance and Bell could be names, as can Mason. Lean, I suppose, is a name. Pitch. I'm not sure about that. Let's tip. I'm sensing some sort of missing word, but I really can't see what it is. I might just try this. This is going to be one of the easier ones, I think. Yeah. This ring, round bell. I don't know about this one. It's very similar to the browser one, but for boxing. Let's see. There seem to be some names in here, but I'm not sure what connects them. There's David Lean. That's the only Lean I can think of, but I don't know of any other Davids with these names. Pitch could be, lots of things. It could be a sales pitch. It could be to pitch a ball. It could be like an angle. I guess that fits with lean. Oh, list could fit with that too. Okay. And then tip. There we go. All right. So then, well, let's go ahead and just try this. That's a tilt. Okay. We still have... we don't have all the names. We don't have lean. Way, style. I don't know. We still have the boxing ones. Then we have style, Mason, Lance, and Way. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try this. Boxing terms. Okay. I can sort of see how some of these fit together, but I'm not seeing the whole picture. Let's see what it is. Okay, freelance, Freemason, freestyle, and freeway. Yeah. I was not in a headspace for a missing word today, apparently. Average difficulty. This probably sounds about right. Oops. Oh. Okay, yeah. These are all in the prescribed order. Okay. Browser data including list. Tilt, including way. Oh, this is pretty good. Oh, yeah. Cookie jar, mason jar, tip jar. Not sure about bell jar, but that sounds okay. That makes it a rainbow herring. All right. There we go. That is the connections. Let's check the strands. It's a little unclear. So maybe something like murky, Muddy. Maybe mud is part of the spangram. Could almost see doubtful, but not quite. What would this be? Mud off. Hazy. There we go. Hazy, dimmed, blurred, out of focus. There we go. Hazy, dimmed, not sure. Soft, okay. What, be dimmed? Oh, okay. Blurred, blurry, faded, muted, and cloudy. There we go. All right, that was the strands. Let's check the Wordle. L and E again. Let's see. Stole. Okay. Let's see. While. No I. So we have a U left. That's about it. And a Y. What would go with a U? Or it could be another E, of course. Let's see. I wonder if it could be something like Bell. Maybe. Guess let's try it. No, so no other E and no other L. Oh, but we could have like, I was thinking like ruble, but it's not going to be that. There's no R or B. What about a Y? Of cycle. There we go. Yeah. Took a while. Yeah, that's all it was down to. All right, that was a tough one. I'm probably going to cut out a big silence there. All right, let's check the pips. Today we have 1E and 2 Rodolfos. Let's check the easy. Okay, we need equivalents there. 2, less than 2. So these are 2s. Greater than that goes there. There we go. All right, that's the easy. Let's check the medium. Okay, 3 sized equivalents. That could be what could that be? Could be 1s. This isn't going to work. This will need 2 doubles. We have 2 doubles, but we don't have 3 3s. So this will be what? This will be 2s. This could still be 1s. 2, 1. Is this going to work? It will. Okay. Yeah, a little tricky having a 3-sized equivalence region right next to a 2-sized equivalence region, and they're both 1s. So that's a little bit of a gotcha, but there we go. That's the medium. Let's check the hard. Okay. What is this supposed to be? My first thought is that it looks like a gravestone, but that it's sort of like a Rorschach test, and I'm failing it perhaps. But anyway, We have 2 3s going here. We have these 3 4-size equivalence regions that'll each need a double. Yeah. So this one here. This I think we'll have to poke up here. Yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this has to poke up here. Otherwise, we'd have a mismatch of spaces to dominoes. So if this goes up here and this goes up here, this will also need a double. So we have 0s, 6s, so 3s, and 2s. So I think we'll need all of them. So how many 3s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think that means they would need to go here. Whoops. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So this 3 goes into the 4-sized. We have a 0 and a 2. So then this would need to connect to this at some point. So that could be 0, 2. That can go either way. Then I think this would have to be 6s. So which one is connected to 6s? We have a 6, 2. Do we have a 6, 0? I don't think we do. So, okay. That means I think that would have to go there. So this would be 2s, and then this would be 0s. Right? I think that's correct. So we have a 0 or a 3, 0 that goes there. Then this would go here. This would go here. We have a 3 coming off here, which we have a couple options for. My first thought is the 4. So we have 2 4s, and then there's one that we need here. 4 could go in here, but we've used all our 0s, so we can't just put a 4 in there. This could be, well, actually, this has to be 2 2s because we're going to be out of 3s as well. So this could go here. And this could be here. And we have just one more 2. That would have to go there. So 6 is here. 6, 5 here. There's only 1 5. That clearly goes into a void. And then 4 here. And less than 4. There we go. Seems like that's the only way to do that one. But I could be wrong. There we go. Not too bad. I think, yeah, you really have to figure out what the chain of your 4-sized equivalence regions is going to look like. So you have a 0 to a 2 to a 6, and you have a 2 to a 6, but you have to figure out that there's no 3 connected to a 6, so that's the order they have to go. And there we go. That was the pips, and that was the daily games. Thank you for joining me. Hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.